Hello everybody and welcome to Talk to Today's Homeowner. I'm Danny Lipford.
And I'm his daughter, Chelsea Lipford Wolf. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are at Chelsea's Ranch Revival, which is a series of shows that we're doing on our national television show, Today's Homeowner, about the renovation of this house that Chelsea bought about a year ago.
Yeah, it was right at a year ago. We closed on the house. You never forget that date, or at least I don't. And it was built in 1956. Classic ranch style home, and like Dad said, we're renovating it slowly but surely. We did just enough things to get moved in, and now we're moving on. And the next episode that you'll be able to see on our TV show is about the renovation of our hall bathroom, which is a very fun and full-blown transformation.
Yeah, that'll be a great show. And the next series after that is all about making your home or her home a lot more energy efficient, and also using some of the great smart home technology that's out there that allows you to have a lot of conveniences as well as being able to keep your home under your control. So this, we're celebrating Keep Your Cool Week as partners with our friends at American Standard. And that's one of the decisions that Chelsea had to make, is what type of air conditioning system to install in her house. And I think you made a good choice here.
Yeah, well, you know, Keep Your Cool Week is right in the middle of the summer. That's when, if you have an old unit, it's probably going to start breaking down, and you're going to be ready to look for a new one. Fortunately, I got ahead of the summer rush, got this installed, and I think in April. But we went with an American Standard heat pump unit, which is all electric, as I understand it. Got to eliminate an ugly gas exhaust that goes through our laundry room, and it's big enough for our house. And a potential addition that will be in this area. So make sure, if you're in the market for a new unit, that you, if you have any plans for other upgrades to your house, that you let your HVAC contractor know.
Absolutely. And what we want to do, we want to share with you over the next few minutes a few of the tips on how you can keep your cool. And I would remind you and encourage you to drop by today'shomeowner.com/keep your cool, because we've aggregated a lot of really cool videos, how-to videos, simple solutions, and some great solid information about how to choose the right air conditioner. Because when you're faced with that, that is a very, very important thing, that you work with the professionals at American Standard to really look at the size of the unit and to make sure you're getting exactly what you want. Because if you get one that's too big, it's going to work overtime.
Doesn't do anyone any good.
And bigger is not better. You want one that's the exact size that's needed. And we're also, as part of this, adding some additional insulation, which insulation in your attic is a fantastic way to save money all year long, but especially during the summer, to kind of create a blanket to keep that radiant heat from soaking down into your house. So that's an extremely important.
It's not just about the energy efficiency for your home's sake, but your comfort.
That's right.
If you're not comfortable in your own house, then that's really unfortunate. So being able to have a unit that keeps you comfortable without overworking is perfect.
Now talking about comfort level, a trend has happened over the last few years, been around for quite a while, is variable speed. That's what Chelsea has here. And this is actually the AccuComfort variable speed unit from American Standard. And what that basically does, it runs very, very quietly. You can hardly even hear this thing when it's on, which is good when you have a patio area, that type of thing that's nearby. You don't want that thing grinding right there next to you grilling your hamburger, so that's not the case here. But because of it being a lower speed, it uses less electricity, and also it will run more often. Now that sounds contradictory to saving energy, but with that even comfort, that even cooling and heating in the home is important. But more important than anything is pulling that humidity during the summer out of the house. And if you have relative humidity percentage of 50% or more, you need to call your American Standard the air conditioning pro to see exactly what's happening there. And you can find out that very easy. The little digital hygrometers, only about $9 or $10.
Things.
I know it.
I think you're due for one for Christmas. Actually,
I need one for Christmas. I need one for each room. Because it's a kind of a nice little experiment. You can just set it right on your kitchen table and look at it for a second. You can see exactly what that percentage of relative humidity is, or any other place. So that's an important one. So when you're buying, consider that the AccuComfort variable speed is a very important thing. And also, with your kids and it being an older house, that indoor air quality was a big, big concern.
Yeah, that was something that we took into consideration when we were getting the new unit. We added the AccuClean whole house cleaner. And so instead of having a reusable filter that we change out, we have a unit that cleans the air and has a washable filter. So it's getting rid of particles and things I don't even know how to pronounce to keep the air that we do breathe that goes through our system nice and clean.
That's very, very important on that, because on an average unit that's working properly, all of the air in your house, I mean, every cubic foot of air is passing through that filter, or in this case, the whole house filtration system, at least 2 to 3 times per hour. And also another example is this traditional filter like this, the AccuClean filter that's in Chelsea's system, filters out 100 times more than this thing.
And that's a good one.
These are good ones. These are electrostatic filters. So when you make that investment in the AccuClean, you don't have to worry about ever changing another filter. You just have to maintain the AccuClean system, and that's something that you should ask your American standard air conditioning dealer about.
Well, and let's talk about maintenance, because that's an important part. You're not buying a new unit every year, but you want to maintain the one that you have. So having a regular tune-up, was that twice a year?
Sure.
Yes. And have an HVAC dealer come out and tune up your unit, clean out your plenum,
right,
and keep your unit that you do have working well.
Yeah, that's an extremely important thing. And some of the other tips, you want to make sure that you do get that regular tune-up. You want to make sure you clean the air filter, whatever type you have. Make sure, as she said, the plenum is that area behind the filter. You want to make sure you clean that as well. And then you want to reverse your ceiling fan to where it operates clockwise during the summer, so that it really cools things down. They're very, very important. And one other thing is installing a smart thermostat. And one of the things that Chelsea went with here is the Gold 824 smart thermostat, and has the Nexia bridge part of that can connect it all with any smartphone. And you love that, being able to control everything with your phone.
I know a lot of times, I'll run out of the house not thinking about it, and when I'm at a stoplight, I can turn my air either down when I'm coming home, or turn it up so that the unit isn't working too much while we're gone.
Right.
But that is a good point. You don't want your house to get up to 80 degrees during the day. You want to keep it relatively close to what temperature you'd like it to be, so that your unit isn't going from 0 to 60 to cool it down when you get home.
You'll be surprised how easy it is to program these thermostats, and how it makes so much sense to adapt the heating and cooling system to your lifestyle. So if you have somewhat, there you go, you turn it on a minute ago, and there we go.
Yeah, and there's
and
the
listen
compressor.
how quiet it is right here. You can barely, we have a conversation. Go out next to your air conditioner that might be 10 or 12 years old and try to have a conversation next to it. It probably...
It tells me the outside temperature, the relative humidity, and what percent speed my compressor is currently on.
And it'll also give you reminders about when to change the filter, when to have it serviced, any problems that you may have, it will alert you to that. So, it's extremely good from that standpoint. If you have a somewhat of a regular schedule, Monday through Friday, where you get up at 6 o'clock and you go to bed at 9 or whatever it is, just tell it what you want it to do, and it'll adjust everything just right. And no matter where you are in the world, if you have internet, you're able to control it up or down any way that you want to be able to do that.
When we were programming our thermostat, we did Monday through Friday for nobody being home during the day, and we forgot to program the weekends. And so it thought when we went to bed on Friday night, it kept that temperature all the way through till Monday at 8 when we left the house. And so we were like, it's a little bit colder than we like. So we set the program, a different program for the weekend than we have for the weekdays.
Hey, by the way, if you're just joining us, this is Talk to Today's Homeowner, and we're celebrating Keep Your Cool Week with our friends from American Standard. And we've got some great information waiting on you right now at todayshomeowner.com/keepyourcool, because some of these things you may have heard over and over and over, but that's because these are the things that can really be effective in helping you keep your cool, helping you keep your power bill down. And then when you're faced with buying a brand new system, you have a little bit of an advantage of knowing the right questions to ask, so that you get the right size unit and you understand the different options you have. And one other option that's extremely important is choosing your SEER rating, Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. The higher the number, the more money you're going to save. Naturally, you have a little bit more of an investment there, but with the return on your investment of the money that you save, and Chelsea, you actually stepped up and went with a 20.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, I didn't even know they made them that high
I
until
know.
I was researching.
Yeah, so it's going to be good. And she's immediately, like I said, she's had it in here since April. Immediately saw a reduction in her energy bills, even though construction's been going on, doors and
Right.
windows and everything else have been open. It still has made a big difference, and it'll do the same for your house. Now, you want to make sure that you, and also you drop by the American Standard website at any time, AmericanStandardAirConditioning.com, and they've got some great. It's just a good, consumer-friendly website that'll talk to you in layman's terms and answer any of the questions that you have. And make sure you do drop by and check out all the little things that we have at todayshomeowner.com/keep your cool. And I'm about ready to go inside and
Yeah, let's
enjoy
enjoy the air conditioning.
some of this air conditioning, and also any comments or questions that you have. We really appreciate the American Standard Air Conditioning representative being online with us now. So let us have those questions. We knew we throw a lot of information out at you at a short amount of time. So let us right here on the Facebook page, any comments, questions that you have, let us know. We'll answer every single one of them that we possibly can, because the main reason we're doing what we're doing right now is to give you good, solid, straightforward, current information that can help you have a better summer. So from all of us here at Today's Homeowner and all of our friends at American Standard, have a great summer.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.